What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Tuesday, October 28th. And yes, I've uploaded this video quite late today just because I just came back from my travels and I was stuck in traffic. But it's now 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time on October 28th. In this video, I want to share with you what we could expect in DOG's price. Are we going to pump or are we going to dump by tomorrow's announcement by the Federal Reserve? Are they going to announce a 25 basis point rate cut? What will that do to the market and to DOG's price? Well, I also want to share with you what's going on with the DOG MACD indicator that's sharing with me ever since August of this year that we're actually seeing weakening selling pressure regardless of what you're seeing in the price and more buying pressure, which could lead to a dominance in the buyer's market. We've been in the seller's market for quite a long time in the MACD. But let me share with you why that could actually change. And I want to share with you the whales that are actually accumulating behind the scenes. So let's go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. And please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. So DOG right now is at around 173 million market cap. Now it's down around 1.8%. Well, that's mainly due to this. Look at Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin's actually down 1.7%. And what's really strange, even though Bitcoin was at 114,000 to 115,000 today and dropped down to 112,000, Bitcoin actually didn't dip that much, which is actually quite interesting. And if you want to get a good sense of what that means, let's look at the meme coin market. Remember, whenever Bitcoin takes a dip, you tend to see massive altcoins and meme coins, especially meme coins, take even more of a massive dip. So we saw that Bitcoin was down around 1.7%. Well, look at Pengu. Pengu's down 4%. SPX 6900 down 4.6%. Floki down 3%, Dogwith Hat down 4%. Look at Farcoin. Farcoin's down 10%. Now I'm going to go ahead and go down past Snack, which is down 5, past Mogcoin, which is down 2. Dog Bitcoin is down just almost the exact same amount as Bitcoin itself. That is very interesting. And it could be due to whales are actually accumulating. Look at the whale wallets. So as you can see, wallet number 61, 32, 28, and 69 are accumulating, and 66 and 64. Now, a lot of you are wondering, is there going to be a 25 basis point rate cut announcement tomorrow? Well, based on the CME watch tool, you can see that right now, it's in favor, 99.9% of a 25 basis point rate cut announcement tomorrow. Even on Polymarket's the same thing, 98% that's going to be announced tomorrow. Now, will we have another rate cut in December? Looks like 84% is in favor of a 25 basis point rate cut. And another thing I want to share with you is this. Remember Shaw? So Shaw is the listing agent over at Coinbase and the Base blockchain. And recently he made a post saying, going to make a blue carpet explainer video. What questions do you have for me? Believe it or not, a ton of the responses are from the Dog Army. If you want to get a good consensus of what that actually looks like, check out this slide. So I used Grok data to determine, not even asking questions, I just basically used Grok, the icon, clicked on it on top of Shaw's post, immediately said, replies predominantly are from the Dog Rooms community seeking transparency on the evaluation criteria, post applications, integrations, yada, 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 all the things. And what's amazing is that Grok even said spot on. My analysis shows dog enthusiasts dominate the replies, yada, yada, yada. So it's interesting. The only people that are really contacting Shaw over at Coinbase regarding a dog listing is the Dog Army. So obviously you guys and girls have been showing up every single day. Now, this is what I want to share with you in the MACD. Okay, so this is just a little screenshot of what I'm seeing within the MACD indicator. Have you noticed ever since August that even though we've been in the seller's market, which is below the blue line, everything down here, we've been actually trending upwards slowly and slowly. Eventually, in November and December, I think we could possibly reach into the buyer's market. And the reason why is because we've been in the seller's market for over like 4 or 5 months. That's an extremely long time. Now, when I go over to the charting analysis, it's actually seen right here. You see that? That's exactly the MACD indicator showing with us that we are going to step sooner or later out of the seller's market. What's really interesting is that this isn't really the longest seller's market that we've ever had. In fact, the longest one that we saw was back in January of this year, all the way up until May. That was 102 days. And the one before that, 81 days. Right now, we're only 92 to 93 days into it. So really, this isn't that bad. And maybe it could reverse on day 102, maybe sooner, maybe later. But with this 25 basis point rate cut happening tomorrow, could we see a reversal to the upside? It's very much possible. And given that we're going to have another rate cut in December 10th, that could be very positive too. So we're hoping that Bitcoin can actually reach new all-time highs, Ethereum to reach new all-time highs. We need to see Bitcoin dominance reach above 60%. It needs to be really above 64 in my personal belief in order to see a major altcoin rally. But nonetheless, I don't think DOG always needs some major macro event to pump DOG's price up. It could be a tier 1 listing. It could be Gemini. It could be Coinbase. But I will tell you, when DOG is listed on Coinbase, it will not be at this below 200 million market cap. In fact, once the rumors start building in and you start to see leaks from their team, you're going to start to see this surpass $1 billion just based on rumors alone. And then once it's listed on Coinbase, yeah, maybe there could be a crazy sell-off, but it could look something very much like this, where there was a sell-off when Runes was airdropped, but we saw a massive pump right afterwards. So even if we do see a listing of DOG on Coinbase around this time frame and it takes a dip, it's going to go right back up, meaning that we surpassed $1 billion and then we take a dip only to go back up because now the rumors are out there and people understand more about DOG and they want to catch on to that wave. We always see every single time there's a sell, there's always people ready to buy that dip, ready to ride it to the next rally to the new all-time high. So obviously, you know, I'm very bullish around DOG and you should be too. So with that said, I know this video is really short, but what's my thesis? What's my thoughts around tomorrow's price point? Do you think DOG's going to pump or dump tomorrow? I mean, the fact that Bitcoin hasn't pumped, knowing that we have a 99% chance of a 25 basis point rate cut tomorrow, hasn't gone into effect. Maybe everything's been priced in already. So maybe we aren't going to take a dip. Maybe we're going to pump tomorrow. And I'm talking about Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin pumps, everything pumps. And if that's the case, then that means people are going to get ready for that next pump, which is in December for the next 25 basis point rate cut. But keep in mind, what if tomorrow there is no rate cut? I like to keep that open-minded, right? Because the government shutdown is still going on and we don't have all the data or any of the paperwork to prove we need to actually have a 25 basis point rate cut, let alone 50 or even 0 basis point rate cut. So really anything could happen. So these are my thoughts and I will make another video tomorrow and I'm so glad that you got to watch this video very late. I apologize for that. But until then, by supporting this channel and getting updates, please smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding DOG on the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.